What's going on, everybody? This is Bronco Juggalo, and Wild Eye Week is over. And it got me thinking. I was going through some videos, and some of you may remember, some of you don't know, that I once helped do videos a while back for a channel called Body Bags. And by the way, Body Bags is an awesome channel. Go over there, give them a sub, give them a shout, give them some love. I did a lot of reviews while I was over there at Body Bags, and honestly, I don't think that some of those reviews are getting the love that they deserve. Not saying that they're, anything special. Some of them are. Some of them are very special to me, honestly. Just being honest here and candid. I really want those videos to get seen by more people. Now, Body Bags has more subscribers, but they don't have quite the following that I do. A lot of their subscribers are older, which is why I definitely suggest you go over there and give them a sub, because those guys work really hard to keep that channel going. And to take those reviews that I did, starting with the Wild Eye reviews, and I'm going to periodically be putting them up here on my channel with this little intro in front of them, at least for the Wild Eye ones. So guys, do me a favor, if you've seen this before, give it another watch just for the hell of it. Maybe it'll bring back some fun memories. If you haven't seen it before and this is your first time, I really hope you go and check out all of these movies that I reviewed. Not only will you be able to find these reviews on the Body Bags channel, you can find them in my playlists under the playlist Body Bags. These particular Wild Eye ones, you can find them under the playlist Wild Eye. This is Bronco Juggalo saying I hope you enjoy these reviews. I know I had a lot of fun doing them. Peace. What is going on, everybody? This is Bronco Juggalo, and welcome back to Body Bags.
Body Bags, where horror lies.
Now it is random review week here on Body Bags, and I decided to do kind of a sneak peek, into what we're going to be doing tomorrow on Wild Eye Week on my channel, Horrific Nightmares Jam, Joe the Horror Man, Dave Maggot, Q's Reviews, Hobbs Horror, and a bunch of other channels are doing it. So that's pretty awesome. I'm really, really proud of the fact that something that I created a couple years ago has got to be where now I've got a whole bunch of people wanting to do it with me. I think that's just fun. Anyways, guys, like I said, sneak peek time. I decided to do the 2013 film Morbid, which got its Wild Eye release in 2015. Now, it was supposed to get it in 2014, but they had some issues with the quality, and they had to fix it before the Wild Eye would give them the release. Now, guys, I'm going to give you the synopsis, but this movie is a lot of things, and I just got to be, warn you now, or forewarn you, whatever, but this movie is fucking weird. Anyways, though, guys, let me give you the synopsis real quick, and we'll get into that. In a small Tennessee town, a homicidal killer is on the loose, but all anybody cares about is the big football game and the party afterwards. This movie was originally known as Gluttony instead of Morbid, which is a cool title. I don't know if it quite fits, but it is a cool title. And the budget on the film is only $500. It was directed by Chuck Conry and stars a bunch of other people that I've never heard of and probably will never hear of again. I'm going to go through my pros and my cons, and then at the end, I have one thing to say about the film that's kind of both, okay? This movie is hella fucking weird. By the time I got to the end, I watched this with Horrific Nightmares Jam. He does the Tuesday reviews, right? Well, I watched this movie with him, and it's just, so fucking weird. By the end of it, I literally was like, what the fuck? What was that? My friend Joe said that when he finished watching it, he was like, what did I just watch? That's basically it. You're basically at the end going, what the fuck? But, that being said, where Horrific Nightmares didn't like the movie really at all, I actually really enjoyed the film, at least the first 3 quarters, or until the final act. I'm going to start with the cons. There are some parts in the film where the audio is a problem. It goes up, for example, there's 2 characters talking on phones to each other. When one guy talks, the audio is really loud. When the other guy talks, you can't even hear it at all, barely. And that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Sometimes the audio was up, sometimes it was down, sometimes it was good, sometimes it wasn't. They forgot the tripod. There's a scene where 2 characters were sitting at a table together and they were doing different shots showing different angles. And then they do a shot straight on one of the characters, and right behind him, you can see the tripod they used to film part of the scene. And they left it there, and they left it there through the whole sequence. And you could tell that it wasn't supposed to be there, as somebody was just supposed to have walked out of that direction. Guys, this may be a first, because the kills are on the con list. I don't think I've ever had the kills be on the con list. Now, it wasn't that the kills weren't creative, it was that the gore was bad. The gore was not great, but what do you expect on a $500 budget? They tried, and I gotta give them props for trying. Like, there's one scene where there's an eyeball being pulled out, and it's laying there on the ground, and you can tell that it's actually one of those big suckers. You know, the ones that you can buy at the Dollar Tree, 2 for $1? They're like the big ball ones that have different flavors. You could tell that the eyeball was actually one of those suckers, and the stem was painted around red and all to make it look like it was bloody. And then they just painted it a different color and put some shit on there to make it look goopy. And that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. But that's not what makes the kills bad. What makes the kills bad was the execution of the kills. And I'm going to put an example. Okay, guys, so here it is. The problem with the kills is that you can see them doing this awkward little dance every time they do a kill. It's like, okay, I'm the killer, right? And there's a person here that's going to be my victim. Say this head right here is my victim. There's a body, whatever, right? It's like they're like, okay, all right, you kick at me with this leg, and then I'll stab you here. And you can see them going through what is basically the rehearsal moments in the final product of the film. That shouldn't happen. Okay, your kills should be fluid. They should look right. As natural as you can make them. I understand not everybody's a great actor, but these guys were all like every single kill. Okay, I guess maybe I should put the knife here, or do I put the knife here? And you could see them like working it out on film. That shouldn't happen. See, guys, just like I showed you there, it's like they didn't know how to act out the kills. And it was all very halting, and I just did not like that at all. And guys, there is a something happens at the end of the movie that is kind of weird because it doesn't happen in any other part of the movie. And it's like the big climax of the film. And boy, is climax the right word here. You'll have to see it for yourself. I will not give it away. But the end of the film just totally is out of weird left field. And it just did not work at all. And it was terrible. The effect wasn't so terrible, but just what they did was terrible. And it was just it looked so bad. And like I said, by that third act, there's actually a point in the movie right where the first 3/4 of the movie transitions into the last quarter, and that's where the third act starts. And that third act is just fucking boring and terrible, and it was badly shot, and it seemed like all their talent that they may have had went out the window. Now, I'm not saying they were very talented to begin with, but at least they tried. Now, the acting in the movie is terrible, but you come to expect that from a lot of low-budget films, especially when your actors are made out of your friends and things like that. The last just regular con I want to talk about is Sky motherfucking Walker. My name is Sky fucking Walker. My name is Sky motherfucking God's gift to the earth to all fucking women, Walker. Oh my God, maybe one of the most annoying fucking characters ever written for film. I hated this fucking guy. I just wanted to see him die so badly. And when he does finally get killed, the kill is not satisfying enough. God, did I hate him. Alright guys, on the good side, the disclaimers. Right before the film, they had some disclaimers that were really funny. I enjoyed those. We had to talk about disclaimers a while back. Well, when they're done to be funny, it really does work sometimes. Really enjoyed the opening song credit. In fact, I enjoyed most of the soundtrack. Very 90s, very kind of like 90s grunge. I really enjoyed that. In fact, most of the soundtrack was. And in fact, they kind of made this seem like it was a 90s film. The things they talked about, the way the characters acted, all reminded me very much of the 90s. Even though they did have 2013 smartphones. The pre-credit sequence, as my buddy Jay will say, is probably the best part of this film. The pre-credit sequence was done really well. And like he said, it feels like they filmed that part as the short, like a short horror film. And then they decided to expand upon it and make the rest of the movie. For the most part, I enjoyed the dialogue of this film. I thought it was really fun. It was entertaining and funny. And there is one part, even though I hate the character of Sky motherfucking Walker, I really did love when he quoted Ric Flair. Like a wise man once said, to be the man, you gotta beat the man. Woo! And oh my god, I just died. I died laughing at that. Final thing I gotta say for this film is it's a pro and it's a con. I gotta give these guys and the director an A for ambition. They went for it. They really went for it. On the flip side of that, they just didn't have the skills to pull it off. Now I know you're going to say it's a $500 budget. What the fuck do you expect? I get that. I really get that. They tried certain shots. They tried certain things that if they had the skills to pull it off, like, alright, they tried the shadow scene. You know where you kind of pan down or pan to the side and you see the shadows doing the thing? Or the shadows doing the action? But the problem was they didn't have the skills to make it look good. And I'm just saying, I give them an A for ambition, A for going for it. And this is just my personality, me talking. I'm not telling anybody how to do anything. If I don't think I could pull it off right, I'll try it, but it's not going to go in the final product if it doesn't look right. That's just my opinion. Okay? Don't take it for anything more than it is. That's just how I feel about it. Guys, I will say, though, that I do recommend Morbid as a movie. It is fun. Like I said, the last quarter of the film is kind of boring. And the ending is really fucking stupid. But other than that, this movie was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it a lot. And maybe it's because Jay was watching it with me. But I just had a blast watching this. I really did. And that's the point, right? In the end, that's the point. And that cover art, ain't that the shit? Guys, check out Wild Eye, check out Morbid, and come back tomorrow for more Body Bags. Peace.